All right. So I've been wanting to do this for a good amount of time, but I want to show you how I can live out of the Jeep Wrangler. This is a 2016 JKU. It's the four-door model, and I've been off and on living in and out of this thing on road trips. I've done about 10,000 miles at one time doing road trip across the United States, and myself and my wife live out of just this vehicle. No camper, no nothing, just out of the vehicle. So I wanted to show you how we do that. We have a bed set up in this vehicle right now, and I wanted to share that with you, maybe get some ideas for you to be able to do the same thing. So I'm going to change camera angle around and actually show you everything inside it. All right, so a little bit different camera angle, my awesome professional camera skills here, but for the most part, I just want you to see pretty much what's going on here. So the back of the Jeep. So we can actually sleep, both of us, all lengthwise out. It's not set up now. I'm gonna show you the taken down version right now, how we normally just drive around with it and, you know, enjoy stuff while we're not sleeping. So one of the main things that I have is the Tuffy security box. Now this is for JKs and other Jeeps like that. It has a solid piece in the back to allow you to keep sensitive material or things you don't want to get stolen up here. So this goes all the way to the back. You can still use your seats. Your back seats can still pop up. But what I have done is I put plywood, just like the seats, how they're set up 40% and 60%, I put nice plywood on either side just the same way. So if I wanted to, I could run the back seat. I can pull this plywood, this side right here. I can pull that out and stack it on this side, and I get one extra seat back there. I've never had to do that yet, but I like having that capability. But mainly we roll just like this. So we put a comforter down underneath, because like I said, this is all plywood under here, and it rests on top of this security box. And then I have memory foam up here, and it goes all the way to the back. So while I'm in the back here, I also put up a curtain system that can move, just nothing too major. Just one of these D-rings I have set up here, and curtains on each side and the back to keep the light out if we're in some different area, and they will run the full length across. And I also have one underneath this seat that will run from this side all the way across. So that's how I have it set up right now. I'm gonna change camera angles and get in from this side so you can kind of see what's going on, and then I'm gonna set it up. All right, so going into the side of the Jeep, you see how I have this set up, that this is actually the plywood here. If you can see it, runs along, and I actually just made a simple frame. This comes out. Here's my wife's get home bag, actually. And I have carriage bolts with wing nuts here. So just like I said, the 60-40 portion, I can take that side out if I need to, and I can seat somebody there, or I can do the full thing. So that's how it's set up here. I also have just one single 2x4, not even connected in place by anything, riding on these lips of the Jeep. And it just runs along there just to support myself and my wife. 2x4s, nothing too major. So this is not set up, and this is normally how we run just every single day. You can see there's a bunch of space up here. It's not impeding us by any means. You can still get to the center console down here and everything else I like. So I'm gonna move the seats forward here in a second. I'll move them forward, and then I'll show you how it looks set up. All right, so I'm looking at the front driver's side here. If you see, I have the seat moved all the way forward, along with, both seats are moved all the way forward, and they're angled up as much as possible to give me more space in here. Let me move you around to the back. So I have these set up on a piano hinge, as you can see, all down along here. Both sides are set up on a piano hinge. So it can hinge out, of course. So how I do this is I have a 2x6 and a 2x4, and just put them like this, and I set this right on top of the console to take the weight of this. Now there's not too much weight because you have your main 2x4 and your housing here, but this just flips forward, just as easy as that, and tap it down. I put my memory foam mattress, do the same thing. I put it down. There you go. Whole bunch of people shooting. So here's a full length right there. So if I recall, this should be 73 inches from the window all the way to the seats. So you can pretty well reasonably sleep back here. One for sure, definitely one person. But I'm gonna get in it and show you how much space there is. So this is me fully laid out. I can have one side of the bed. I'll sleep here. Wife or significant other, for yourself or just you, plenty of space. My feet won't even touch where the window is. You have a pillow or something, only thing you got to worry about is it's tight right in here. You know, you have a risk of hitting your head, but I mean, for the money, I put about $200 in this, so you can see. So like I just demonstrated and like I just said, so all these materials are not hard to come by. Also, one thing, you do not need this Tuffy security box to make this work. You can put another 2x4 from the back all the way across. It will work. It's better with this security box. So without the security box, I would say you're probably in the $200 range to make this work, excluding, you know, your mattress and other things which you could put in there. But if you go Tuffy security box for this thing's about $450. But I've already had people break into my Jeep before, and they did not get into anything in here. So it works for me. So another thing that I like having is actually, this is just simple gutter guard. Honestly, I just spray painted it black. You can see there's like a nice mesh here and corrugated kind of. So the lip of this actually perfectly meets up with the window. So all I do is actually just cut it to length, just measure your window out and everything like that. And it'll slip in on your window. Just like that. And you roll up your window. There you go. So now you have venting, so you can get air circulating in and out, keeps the bugs out. Mosquitoes can't get in there, anything else. So it was a solid hack that I enjoyed, and when I found that out actually on YouTube, I definitely use it. I forget where I got it from, but I use it all the time. Alright guys, so this is a really short video, not too many details and whatnot. Hopefully give you some ideas. I might go into more detail on specifically how I made this, but for now I think you can kind of see and you can build one yourself. It's really easy. I mean, you could do this with hand tools. There was only a couple cuts needed done, 2x4s. It was easy to come up with. So get more people out there camping, actually living out of your vehicles. It gives us more of an opportunity not to worry about campgrounds and other stuff like that. You could just ghost and like you could pull in pretty much anywhere that allows just maybe an overnight stay and just stay there. No one had a clue we were sleeping in this Jeep, which I like. Which I normally, when we're running with all our gear, say we're, like I said, 10,000 mile road trip, I have a roof rack and I ran with a lot of my gear up on top, you know, water, food, my cook kit, you know, the get home bags, all that kind of stuff were tucked away. And if you saw underneath, there's a bunch of space under there as well to still keep gear. I had food and other things in there. So hopefully you enjoyed this. Give me a like, thumbs up if you want to see more. Give me a comment, tell me what I missed or what you want to see more of, and I'll try to get it to you. Thanks.